Good evening, everyone and future social workers. Welcome to our social work board review. And this is Human Behavior and the Social Environment, Episode 3. Without further ado, let's get started. By yours truly, Andre Manalo, RSW, CHRA, and LPT. Gentle reminders before we start our session, since this is an online platform. No? Choose a quiet and distraction-free area. Be present, avoid distraction, and have snacks, pika-pika dyan, and drink water, and stay hydrated, syempre. Get your pen and paper, kasi yung format natin, for those people na bago pa with our live in our YouTube channel, meron tayong time pressure, no? If you want to get a piece of paper para masulat yung mga answers for the questions or corresponding question, you can do so. And don't forget to enjoy the episode. Kasi yun naman, dapat happy lang tayo and relax lang tayo with our review. Resources natin for this episode, Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders by APA, Devious and Social Control, Michelle Inderbitzin, Kristen A. Bates, and Randy G. Gainey. HBSE Perspective on Development in the Life Course by Anissa Rogers, news and relevant articles in the internet and previous board examination questions. And promote lang natin, if di ka pa nakakapag-subscribe sa channel natin, subscribe ka na. This will be the best opportunity for you kasi we will be posting videos na I'm sure makakatulong sa inyo, even supplemental. Kahit may review center ka pa, I'm sure may mapupulot ka sa channel natin. We have videos there, previous lives, tips. No? We have drills na general from Orange Book ni Miss Telma Lee Mendoza. Meron tayo dyan. And of course, yung current series natin, which is HBSE. Okay, number 1 or 51. 15 seconds for each question. Number 52. Number 53. Good evening, Sir Larry Manalo. Hi, Katin. Happy watching from Australia. Number 54. Number 55. Number 56. Question number 57. Question number 58. Question number 59. Question number 60. Question number 61. Number 62. Number 63. Number 64. Number 65. Question number 66. Number 67. Number 68. Question number 69. Number 70. Last 5 numbers. Question number 71. Number 72. Question number 73. Number 74. And last number. Alright, that ends our quick 25 item drills. Yan, kumusta? Madali lang ba ang question? Was it, mas na-hone ba? Na-encounter na ba natin? And let's give palang, applause to everyone. Yan. Meron tayong, virtual clap, no? So since we've already viewed all the questions, let's proceed na to item analysis. No? But before we do, again, if hindi ka pa nakakapag-subscribe, subscribe ka na sa channel natin para mas dumagdag ang iyong kaalaman regarding, of course, our upcoming September 2025 board examination. All right, question number 51. This pertains to enhancing the capacities of people, organizations, and institutions to guarantee the sustainability of development initiatives and the equitable sharing of their advantages. Is it a strengths-based approach or B, capacity development? Ang clue natin dito, capacity to people, enhancement. No? Yun na, yun yung magiging ano natin, basis to answer this question. And also, equitable sharing of their advantages. Kapag yun ang terms na nabigay, ang sagot natin is letter B, capacity development. Ano ba yung capacity development? Let's see. No? It is defined as the process of developing and strengthening the skills, instincts, abilities, processes, and resources that organizations and communities need to survive, adapt, and thrive in a fast-changing world. No, it's us social worker. We are we help our clients to improve their ability to manage their affairs, yung mga problema nila, yung mga relationships nila with others, no? And also develop themselves. Kasi pag uh, one of the things or many things na pwede natin gawin with capacity development is syempre training, no? Technical assistance and knowledge sharing and resource mobilization, which is mostly ginagawa sa community organizing. Yan. Pero in other methods naman, possibly, pwede natin gamitin yung capacity development. Yung isa naman is strengths-based perspective. Ano ba yung strengths-based? Ibig sabihin, hino-hone natin or ine-emphasize natin yung strengths and resources ng kliyente natin for a positive change. No? Ito kasi mas heightened. Ay, go, Sir Andre. Hi, Ma'am Wency. Happy viewing. Happy Sunday. No? Enjoy ka lang dyan. Alright. Strengths-based, mas focus tayo sa kung ano na yung meron sa kliyente natin before tayo mag-explore ng other resources. No? Kasi we believe in strengths-based na yung kliyente nasa kanya na yung solution sa problems niya. That's strengths-based. We just have to identify kung paano natin hahatakin yung strength na yan for them to achieve their goals. That is strengths-based perspective. Number 52. He examined the ramifications of what he termed the looking glass self, which denotes reflexivity, perceiving oneself as others see one. Is it A. Karl Marx or Charles Horton Cooley? With this, pwede nating identify kasi si Karl Marx, ilang beses na natin yun na-encounter, no? When it comes to Karl Marx, it's Marxism. It's between bourgeoisie and proletariat. Answer natin dito is Charles Horton Cooley. Ano ba to? Sino ba siya? And ano ba yung term na looking glass self? Tingnan natin sa next slide. Let's see how looking glass self works. Number 1, we imagine how we appear to other people. Yan. Titingnan natin ano ba yung or how people perceive us, no? And then we imagine how other people judge the appearance that we think we present. Iniisip natin paano ba inuhusgahan ng tao yung panlabas na kaanyuan natin. If we think the evaluation is favorable, our self-concept is enhanced. Kapag tingin mo na match yung iniisip mo versus sa iniisip ng iba or yung perceived nilang appearance mo, ibig sabihin it is gonna be enhanced. Kapag naman unfavorable, ibig sabihin, madidiminish yung self-concept mo. Ano ba? Paano ba natin explain pa to? Aside from, it is based on our self-concept. No? Our self-concept is shaped by others. No? Kung paano tayo i-perceive ng ibang tao. And we interpret their judgment based on how they see us. No? That is the looking glass self. Ano pa? Bigyan natin to ng one example. No? Let's imagine a student. Ito, si Miss Wency. Since nag-chat ka na dito, Miss Wency. Si Miss Wency, imagine natin na student siya. No? Nagpe-prepare siya sa isang klase. And she decides na magsuot ng uniform instead of pajama. No? Uniform yung sinuot niya instead of pajama because naniniwala siya na kapag nakita ng teacher na nakasuot siya ng uniform, Ibig sabihin, talagang seryoso siya sa pag-aaral niya kasi naniniwala siya sa dress code. No? And she believes na yung teacher is may impress siya on how he or she presented herself. And may improve yung self-image siya as a student kasi naniniwala siya na yung teacher niya, tingin sa kanya is mabuti siyang estudyante. No? That is the looking glass self. No? Good evening po, Sir Renz. Kamusta ka? Happy viewing. Okay, next na tayo. Marxism, yan, explain na natin. The bourgeoisie own capital and proletariat sila yung labor force. No? And there's a power struggle between the two of them. That's Marxism. 53, this theory contends that there is really such a thing as being insane. The label defines the state, but it also helps the condition to become practically actual. Is it A, labeling theory, or B, social control theory? Makikita natin sa question, wala daw term such as insane, no? Walang term na baliw, no? This label is defined socially. That is labeling theory. Key aspects natin, ang main proponent natin dito is Howard Becker, no? Label individuals often live up to their labels. That is self-fulfilling prophecy. If you tingin mo na yun na yung tingin sa inyo or na label ka na as a deviant, tutuloy-tuloy mo na and you will just have to choose to live on that label na binigay sa'yo. That's labeling theory. Social control naman, people are naturally inclined to engage in criminal behavior and institutions like the school, family, and criminal justice system. Bigyan natin to ng context. No? When it comes to social control, halimbawa, meron kang strong social bonds sa pamilya mo or mga kaibigan mo. Ibig sabihin kapag meron ka, most likely hindi ka may encourage na gumawa ng isang deviant behavior. Diba? That's the important or the strong connotation of your strong social bonds. Kasi you have attachment, diba? You have commitment. So yun, pipigilan ka or most likely, hindi ka gagawa ng deviant behavior because of this. That's social control. Number 54 naman. Good evening po. He is the most prominent historical figure in the development of the concept of white-collar crime. Is it A, Edwin Sutherland, or B, Erich Good? Ang hinahanap natin dito is the proponent of the differential association theory or what we call white-collar crime din. Answer natin, pag nakita niyo na yung white-collar crime, that is Edwin Sutherland. What is differential association theory? It states that criminal behavior is learned when we associate with other people who indulge in criminal behavior. Example natin dito, 'di ba? Particularly in intimate groups kapag meron tayo dito, mafia. People become mafia members by growing up within its culture kasi yun yung nakikita mo. So, mas may engage ka sa criminal behavior kung people around you is yun yung ginagawa nila. Kaya nga pag ang mga kabataan na-indulge sa street crimes, 'di ba? Or halimbawa, instead of studying, nasa labas sila. So mas susceptible sila sa pagde-develop ng criminal or deviant behavior. Kasi yun yung nakikita nila. So yun ang ma-adapt nila. With Erich Good, no? At ito naman, ang view niya with deviance is, it's constructionist. Ibig sabihin, deviant behavior is gonna be deviant only if society at large considers it so. Yun nga yung term na nasabi natin na deviance is socially constructed. Number 55 involves the transformation of cultural and social institutions via human interactions and connections through time, significantly influencing society. Is it A, community development, or B, social change? Ito, encompasses transformation na siya. Hindi natin mako-consider yung isang option which is community development kasi it's just beyond community. Ito, transformation of cultural and social institutions. That is social change, no? What is social change? It's change through technological changes, economic development, cultural, political, and demographic. It shifts the way people live, no? Kung paano nabubuhay yung isang tao, paano siya mag-interact, paano niya organize yung sarili niya, no? As social workers, syempre I consider you as social workers, no? We play a crucial role, no, in having or promoting positive social change. Paano ba? In current trend, we promote LGBT rights. That is social change kasi before it's very hindi siya inclusive eh. It's discriminatory, no. Ano pa, environmental justice, no? Especially marginalized communities. No? We promote environmental protection and sustainable development na din. Okay. Community development process where members are supported to identify and take collective action. Ayan, na-encounter natin siya kanina. No? That's empowering communities to help themselves, to stand up for what they believe and to create a project or program. That's community development. 56, French philosopher recognized as the founder of sociology and the crucial contributor to the evolution of positivism, which prioritize empirical data and scientific methodologies. Is it A. Karl Marx or B. Auguste Comte? Nasagot na natin si Karl Marx kanina. No? Obviously, ang sagot natin dito is Auguste Comte. Sino ba siya? No? Sino siya? Positivism, tandaan natin with Auguste Comte, he is recognized as the father of sociology. Pag positivism naman, it's tandaan natin dito, knowledge should be based on observable na knowledge, scientific, may ebidensya, and empirical, no. Hindi ang isang knowledge hindi siya dapat lang mag-base sa speculation or religious belief, kailangan scientific. That's positivism. 57. It is the developmental stage in Freud reflected when sexual attraction, socialization, preparation for marriage, and family rearing begin to emerge. Is it A, latency stage, or B, genital stage? Freudian na tayo. Freudian psychosexual stage. Kapag nagkakaroon na ng sexual attraction, nakikipag-socialize ng isang tao, and preparation of marriage, hindi na yan latency, syempre. Diba? That is already on the last stage, which is genital stage. Yan. Puberty to puberty to death, maturing sexual interest. That is psychosexual from infancy or from puberty, adulthood, and death na siya. That's genital stage. The Enhanced Partnership Against Hunger and Poverty or EPAA program of the Department of Social Welfare and Development aims to meet which sustainable development goal? Is it A, SDG 1 or B, SDG 2? Ito dapat kahit paano ma-browse natin or mabasa natin yung SDG. Ano ba yung SDG 1? Or ano ba yung mas appropriate dito sa question na to? That is, kapag hunger, no? Fight against hunger, addressing hunger, that is SDG 2. EPAAP naman or the program of or one of the programs of DSWD addresses hunger, poverty, and food security. Convergence to, meaning it involves yung ibang agencies to address such needs, no, and marginalized communities then. Of course, partnership with other local stakeholders. That is EPAHAP or Enhanced Partnership Against Hunger and Poverty Program. SDG 2, End Hunger, Achieve Food Security and Improve Nutrition and Promote Sustainable Agriculture. And SDG 1 naman, huwag natin kalimutan, is End Poverty in all its forms everywhere. SDG, it's within 2030, so ilang years na lang na. SDG natin, kung kayang i-memorize, go, no? Tandaan yung mga key concepts. 59, a mental disorder that is distinguished by a pervasive, long-standing suspicion and generalized mistrust of others, as well as paranoia. Individuals with this personality disorder may be hypersensitive and susceptible to insults. A. Paranoid personality disorder or B. Schizophrenia. Eto na, suspicion, mistrust, paranoia. What kind of disorder is this? No, that is, paranoia is paranoid personality disorder. What is the symptoms of paranoid? Distrust, no? Hindi ka na nagtitiwala, hypervigilance, you are suspicious, or feeling mo may motibo or masamang motibo sa yung other people. Reluctance to confide, hindi ka madaling magtiwala, so hindi ka nagkukwento. Or rarely, no, you have reluctance na sabihin yung mga problems mo. Bearing grudges and anger and hostility. Since meron kang paranoid personality disorder, you have tendency to have difficulty forming relationships kasi nga hindi ka nagtitiwala. And also, um, hindi ka ganun ka-open with others. With schizophrenia naman, it's a chronic mental health disorder, no? And severe. Ano bang symptoms yan? Hallucinations, hearing voices, yan, disorganized thinking, negative symptoms, and delusions. Having false beliefs, yan. That is delusions or paranoia. Number 60, this word denotes the generalist practice to social work practice. Is it A, generic theory, or B, integrated method of practice? Generalist na to, no? So, lahat ng method. Kapag lahat ng method yung pinag-uusapan, that is integrated method of practice. No? What is integrated method of practice? Incorporates various theoretical and practical models into a single cohesive framework. Ano pa, it's combination of different social work methods, no? Kasi ang goal naman natin with social work, holistic and comprehensive. So, dapat lahat ng areas na i-encounter or lahat ng areas with the client is nako-cover natin. By means of course, not using only single method. It can be, halimbawa, yung mga approaches na pwede natin gawin, person-centered, cognitive, no? We can incorporate systems perspective para makagawa tayo ng very effective intervention plan. That is integrated approach to social work. 61, identifies the injustice present in society and seeks to alleviate its impact while ultimately striving to equalize power disparities. Is it A, anti-oppressive perspective, or B, neocolonialism? Ano na tayo dito? Identify injustice, alleviate its impact. That is A, anti-oppressive perspective. What is this term ba? Approach to social issues focuses on large systems to create and protect unearned privilege and power. No? Uh, it it aims to challenge and dismantle systems ng oppression. No? Kasi syempre we can incorporate it to social work na we promote social justice, no? Empowerment, and we are against oppression or oppressive practice. Number 62, characterized as domination by a single authority over subordinate region or populace. This transpires when one country subjugates another, capturing its populace and exploiting it, often imposing its own language and cultural values into the subjugated people. Is it A, colonialism, or B, neocolonialism? Ano to? Domination, no? Dito, ilang beses ba tayo nasakop sa bansa natin? With, ano ba, Japanese, American, uh, Spanish, no? Yan, tawag dyan is colonialism. Exploitative, historical, political, social, and economic system established when one group or force takes control over colonized territory or group. That is colonialism. With sa Asia is or yeah, we can generalize na lang Thailand, Japan, and Korea. There are the nations na hindi na colonized by the Europeans. What is neocolonialism based on this picture? No? Then the West ay mas I mean, talamak yung slavery, no? Dito sa West before, no? Ngayon naman, the West controls the media. That's neocolonialism. It's the control of less developed countries by developed countries. Hindi direct means. No? Unlike before, kapag colonialism kasi, on dominant control yan. Kapag neo, it's not indirect pero it's still, no? It's still beyond or through the bounds of colonialism. 63, the whole body of water where China is infringing into Philippine territory. A, Philippine Island or B, West Philippine Sea. Ito, tandaan natin to, no? Kasi very trending itong issue natin. Ang tagal na, but even now, it's still an issue, no? Good evening po, Miss Bangit, Dawing, Leslie. Hi. Happy viewing. Alright, sagot natin dito. Letter B, West Philippine Sea, no? What is the West Philippine Sea? It's the territory of Philippines na feeling ng China is exclusively sa kanila. No? China claims West Philippine Sea because of the 9-dash line. Pero yung 9-dash line naman, it's not based on ano ba? Based on the Court of Arbitration, hindi siya valid or walang historical rights yung China to get West Philippine Sea. No? Ang issue natin dito, 'di ba, is disputes in fishing and potential development of oil and gas. Hindi lang naman actually China yung nag-claim with West Philippine Sea, no? But since it's great for global trade, no, and resources, kaya talagang it's a major geopolitical issue with West Philippine Sea, no? All right, 64. The process highlighted by Ivan Pavlov in which a previously neutral stimulus might evoke a response because to its connection with the stimulus that inherently reinforces behavior. Is it A, classical conditioning or B, operant conditioning? Ito, sa mga nakapanood kahapon, medyo na-discuss na natin. Pero kapag si Ivan Pavlov, yan, yun na rin yung clue, no? Kung anong sagot dito, and neutral stimulus connection with the stimulus, no? That is classical conditioning. Best example natin is the dog experiment. Sorry. Ito yung salivated, no? Yung paglalaway ng aso, no? Pavlov experimented with dogs who salivated in response to the bell tone, yung tunog ng bell, no? It showed that when a bell was sounded each time the dog was fed, the dog learned na i-associate yung sound ng bell with the presentation of the food. Kaya before conditioning, walang essence yung pagkain eh, no? Unconditioned yung food, but with the neutral stimulus which is the bell, no, nagkaroon ng response yung aso, no? Na-condition yung or na-associate ng dog yung food tsaka yung bell, at that doesn't mean or I mean that means na it's food, no? Kakainin na niya or ready na siya to eat, no? It's because of classical conditioning, which is the response of the dog to the bell tone. Yeah. Operant conditioning naman, B.F. Skinner. We have positive reinforcement and positive punishment dito. No? With operant conditioning, behavior is learned through consequences, either in reinforcement or punishment. Example natin dito, o positive reinforcement. Sige, unahin natin. When we praise a student for asking a good question, we encourage the student, o particularly kayo, when example, pinraise ko kayo, ibig sabihin, I'm encouraging you to ask more questions and mas ma-encourage kayo kasi you receive a positive reinforcement. Kapag negative naman, halimbawa, kapag best student ka or you were one of the student na nag-excel, kung classroom setting yan, hindi ka bibigyan ng chore or classroom chore. Di ba tayo, may cleaners, no? Kapag halimbawa you are the best student, hindi ka na maglilinis doon sa araw na yun. That's negative reinforcement because you are getting good grades, tatanggalin nila o may tatanggalin silang something sa'yo. No? Positive punishment naman, giving a child a timeout for hitting their sibling. No? We discourage hitting naman even now, no? Actually, before pwede, pero ngayon. Negative reinforcement negative punishment is removing pleasant stimulus. Kapag yung isang bata hindi nakikinig sa'yo, you have to take or sometimes we take their favorite toy, no? For them to be discouraged, no? Para hindi na sila maging makulit. Tanggalin natin yung favorite toy nila. That's negative punishment. Operant conditioning, yan, na-discuss na natin. Yung rat, kapag hindi hatak no? Pinush niya yung lever and lalabas yung pagkain. No? In-associate ng rat yung lever sa food. No? And kapag naman yung lever, meron siyang halimbawa, lagyan natin ng kuryente. No? Pag hinawakan ng rat yung lever, tas na kuryente siya, ibig sabihin, hindi na niya hahawakan yun. Kasi may punishment to decrease the behavior, which is yung paghawak niya ng lever. Number 65, this legislation was enacted to enhance the social and economic welfare of government social workers. A, RA 9344 or B, RA 9433. Yan. Sige, huwag papalito, no? Sagot natin. RA 9433. Ano ba yung 9433? It's the Magna Carta for Public Social Workers. Ang nakapaloob dyan, compensation and benefits. No, kapag public social worker ka, you have hazard pay. You are gonna be paid for maternity, paternity, vacation leave, sick leave, yan. Training din meron ka. Kapag nasa or permanent employee ka or contractual employee ka. 9344 naman is the JJWA Act of 2006. That is comprehensive system for dealing with children at risk. Tandaan natin, children at risk and CICL or children in conflict with the law, rehabilitation and reintegration. Yan. Kapag sa JJWA or 9344, ang main concept natin dito is not retribution pero rehabilitation and reintegration ng bata. 66, this program represents the start of a comprehensive intervention that will use a multidisciplinary approach to case management to direct people and families away from living on the streets. Is it A, Kapit Kamay Project or B, Oplan Pag-abot? Ito, very prevalent ngayon yung lumabas sa Imbornal, not Imbornal pala, sa kanal, no? That's, nag-identify sa client na yun or tao na yun. It's under the Oplan Pag-abot. What is Oplan Pag-abot? Reaching out, rebuilding lives. It's sa Manila or the Metro Manila, it's 24 hours a day and 7 times a week. Ang social workers natin and employees ng Oplan Pag-abot program, they convince people or families living on the street, yung mga nakatira sa daan, no? Sa lansangan, no? They give proper intervention and assistance so that makabangon sila or most likely makabalik sa kanilang or may reintegrate sila. That's Oplan Pag-abot. 67, Rogers believed that it's essential to receive love and acceptance even when our behaviors diverge from the perceptions or values of others. A, unconditional positive regard or B, unconditional positive self-regard. Sagot natin dito, no, is unconditional positive regard, no? Encourages us to share our thoughts and feelings and actions without fear of others, no? It's about, yan, social workers, dapat meron tayo nito. We accept people as a whole. And kahit imperfect sila or kahit we don't approve their actions or choices, we have to know or we have to realize their inherent worth and dignity. That is unconditional positive regard. 68, a severe mental disorder characterized by disintegration in the connection between cognition, affect, and conduct, resulting in distorted perceptions, maladaptive behaviors, and inappropriate emotion. Is it A, schizophrenia or schizoid personality disorder? Ito, since na-discuss na natin siya kanina, no, sa isang question, that's schizophrenia. 69, Indigenous Peoples' Rights Act of 1997 or IPRA seek to recognize, protect, and promote the indigenous cultural communities created the A, Commission on the Right of Indigenous People or B, National Commission on Indigenous People. What's the best answer, no? Siyempre, that is NCIP, no? NCIP, it aims to protektahan and promote yung interest and well-being ng mga IPs natin. This is the commission that formulates and implements policies that ensures unique needs and kailangan syempre protected, no, respected yung recognized, protected and respected yung IPs natin. That is NCIP or National Commission on Indigenous Peoples. 70, a system in which impoverished individuals are subjected to higher tax burdens than affluent individuals. Is it A, regressive taxation, or B, repressive taxation system? Ito, yung mga impoverished individuals, mas malaking tax nila compared dun sa mga medyo may kaya. That is regressive taxation. Meaning natin dyan, why is sales tax considered a regressive tax? It takes a larger percentage of income from low-income earners. No? Real-world example natin dito, weekly salary niya 300, grocery bill 100, sales tax $6, percent of earnings is 2%. Makikita natin dito na ang regressive tax is disproportionate yung burden with lower income individuals. Mas malaki yung income in taxes na binabayaran nila compared dun sa mga higher income individuals. So kung may disproportion, ibig sabihin it's aggressive. No? 71, the child's development is significant but fragile, and the formation of self-identity in the post-infancy stage is crucial. A, trust versus mistrust, or B, autonomy versus shame and doubt. Nasabi dito, it's post-infancy na. No? Kapag post-infancy, hindi na yan trust versus mistrust. That is autonomy versus shame and doubt. Autonomy versus shame and doubt. Example natin dyan, picking out her own clothes and dressing herself, developing food preference. Yung mga example na to, kailangan pabayaan natin sila, no? Ang bata, they have to have their own autonomy. Kapag di natin nabigay yon, magkakaroon sila ng shame and doubt. No? Yun ang autonomy versus shame and doubt. Kapag naman trust versus mistrust, ito, example natin, can I trust the people around me? So feeding, it's within your caregiver, no? Since nasa receiving end pa lang yung bata dito. Hindi pa sila capable to handle things on their own. So dapat, they will develop trust sa caregivers nila. Or if not, magiging mistrust. 72, it constrains the ability of both women and men to develop their own skills, advance their professional careers, and make autonomous life choices. Is it A, gender stereotype, or B, gender roles? Term natin is constrain, no? Constrain, no? Pinipigilan ang abilidad ng women and men to develop their skills. That is gender stereotype. No? What is gender stereotyping? Preconceived notion of someone based upon their gender, no? Nag-oversimplify tayo or nag-generalize tayo ng notion natin sa isang tao based lang sa gender nila, no? Ito, example dito, domestic life, assuming men and women would have certain roles in the family. Kapag ang babae expected na magstay sa bahay, no? Expected na alagaan yung mga anak nila, no? Pag lalaki naman expected na magtrabaho, no? Stereotypes about men, unemotional, no? Kapag umiyak yung lalaki, ibig sabihin mahina or malambot, no? Men are natural leaders, men are good at math, no? Boys will be boys, men are doctors and women are nurses. Those are just some examples of gender stereotyping na we don't condone, no? We condone pala. 73, an indirect term or phrase that is frequently employed to describe something that is humiliating or disagreeable, sometimes in order to make it appear more acceptable than it actually is. Is it A, euphemisms, or B, utang na loob? Filipino personality to, no? Mahilig tayo dito, no? We try to avoid hurting others. Kaya ang ginagawa natin, sinusugarcoat natin. So kapag sinusugarcoat mo is substitution, that's euphemism. Milder or less direct language is used to replace harsh unpleasant or sensitive words or expressions. Example natin, yung term na passing away or we use passed away instead of died kasi when we say died, medyo ano siya, it's kind of harsh, no? More sensitive, no? Instead of using died, we use passed away. That's euphemism. 74, last two numbers. Which stage of development, according to Freud, pertains to the fact that anything involving the mouth is a sexual activity or sexual gratification? Is it A, anal, or B, oral? Madali na lang to, no? Na-encounter na natin siya. Since mouth chat, it's oral. Birth to 1 year, erogenous zone is mouth, no? Or oral stage yan. Yung kanina naman is anal stage. Erogenous zone natin is bowel and bladder control or toilet training. When it comes to oral stage, pleasure natin since mouth, no? It's sucking or biting or chewing. That's the ano. Kapag nagkaroon ng fixation or hindi may issues na hindi na resolve within this stage, magkakaroon ng behavior such as overeating, no? Mahilig ka kumain or smoking and nail biting. According to Sigmund Freud naman yan. Okay. Na present ko ulit yung screen ko. Sorry. All right. Next question. Last question natin for this episode. The study of human behavior and the social environment plays an important role because A, man's need to cope with the problem of living or focus on the knowledge of person and society. Bakit importante yung HBSE sa atin? No? It's because it's man's need to cope with the problem of living. HBSE, ang role niyan to understand that human behavior is not just personal, it's social. No? Paano ba nakakaapekto yung behavior natin sa people or situations or structures na nasa paligid natin? That is the study of human behavior and the social environment. Our quote for the day, no? Trust the timing of your life. No? Yan, natapos na natin ang third episode and 25 questions natin. And our quote for the day is to trust the timing of your life. No? Whatever it is na nasa situation mo ngayon or even the opportunities that you have, it means na you are supposed to be where you are right now. No? Nandyan ka. And if you're reviewing right now and nagper-persevere ka and focus ka, I'm sure you will have good or positive outcome sa kung ano man yung ginagawa mo or goals in life mo or mas particular tayo dito sa board exam natin for September 2025. So, just trust the timing of your life. Manifestations, magiging RSW ako this September 2025, Aja. Or mas personalize yan, magiging top-notcher ako this September 2025. Tandaan na natin yan, isulat na yan sa lahat ng materials nyo, no? Sa lahat ng reading, sa laptop, sa notebooks nyo, sulat nyo na yan para mas lalo kayong mabigyan ng motivation and lumakas yung loob nyo. No? And then again, no, kung di ka pa nakakapag-subscribe, upload natin to dito sa YouTube natin. And you can go back, you can view the other episodes para mas consecutive, no. And just watch out for our next videos. You can also make comments there, or if may tanong kayo, just post or chat niyo na lang dyan. And thank you so much for watching. Thank you for lending your ears, no. Kahit I know you're busy, I know focus ka ngayon, may ginagawa kang chore or nagbabasa ka. Thank you for staying with us and thank you for watching this episode. All right. Thank you again and have a great day and have a great week. Watch out for our next episode. All right, may nag-chat dito pala. What's your score nga pala, no? 14/25 si Sir John Domitian. Yeah. That's good, no? Ah, yeah, more than half nakuha po. Salamat po, Sir Andre Manalo. Hi, Ma'am Pam. Thank you, nandyan ka. Salamat po sa time and effort. Yes, it feeds my soul. Walang ano dyan. Walang kaso sa atin yan. As long as may nanonood, as long as may naniniwala, we will continue. And abangan nyo na lang. I will post soon. And abangan nyo na lang kung kailan ang next video natin. Alright, thank you so much again. And have a great day. Have a great week. Bye for now.